This is a clear violation of the covenants, conditions, and restrictions. We require immediate compliance.
With all due respect, I believe you are overstepping your authority.
Cold air hit my ankles as I opened the door on May 3rd, 2024 at 6:12 a.m. The security truck lights flashed blue on the wet asphalt. I smelled coffee and fresh tar. On my sidewalk, not my door, lay 3 bright orange papers stuck with packing tape. Past due notice. Late fee, lay in warning. In big block letters, my name, my address, and a total for $180. My neighbor walking his beagle slowed, then hurried on. The HOA president, Karen with the clipboard and the visor, stood by the curb like a traffic cone. She waved a stack. Pay or tow, she said. On my sidewalk, in front of kids at the bus stop. This is about one thing. Karen posted fines on my sidewalk for unpaid dues. Had no idea I am their judge. I kept it calm. I said the auto pay cleared on April 30th, like always. She smirked. Not in our system. Pay or the pool key gets cut. I asked for the board to review. She angled her visor and spoke like a script. Submit a written appeal. The management company number on the notice rang to a robot. Press 2 for billing. The board group chat went quiet. 2 neighbors looked away like the sun was in their eyes. By noon, an email arrived with a ticket number 049. Another at 3:07 p.m. said, final warning. No signature. No hearing. No chance to speak. I knocked on Karen's door at 5:40 p.m. She said, not my problem, Judge. The way she said judge made it a joke. That was my line in the sand. I promised myself. Proper channels, no yelling, no late night posts. I sat at my table and made a plan. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I wrote a timeline in plain words. Timeline item 1, April 5 at 4:27 a.m., false trespass call. That was when Karen called the police on my brother for jogging. Timeline item 2, April 30th, auto pay confirmation at 8:13 a.m. I filed a public records request for our HOA's filings and complaints. The city clerk wrote back fast. The file landed with 63 pages. Budgets with missing signatures. A fining schedule that said see attachment. There was no attachment. 11 complaints in the last 6 months. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. I highlighted that line for later. I slept, but my jaw hurt. Then the calendar twist rolled in. Our city does an annual HOA compliance hearing. Management companies show proof of budget votes, notice rules, and fining procedures. The date hit my inbox, May 14th, 10:00 a.m., City Hall Room 204. And here's the part Karen didn't know. I serve as a rotating administrative hearing officer for the city. I handle parking, noise, and yes, HOA compliance when scheduled. I'm trained for it. I follow the code. I don't bend it. I told the clerk right away I live in this HOA and would recuse. Ethics first. Still, I was the one who opened the session to assign a substitute. Public meeting. Cameras allowed. Karen came in with her visor, a tote bag, and the same bright orange notice. She marched up to the front row like it was her show. She did not see me step to the dais. Good morning, I said. This is the May 14th compliance docket. I announced my name and role, and then I said the words that made the room tilt. I reside in the subject association, so I will recuse myself and defer to the substitute hearing officer per ordinance. Karen's mouth opened and closed. She whispered, Judge? The clerk called in Officer Diaz from the next room, the assigned substitute. The city inspector rolled in a small cart. He asked for the ratified budget, the notice policy, the fining schedule with member vote. Karen handed him photocopies. The inspector kept asking for original signatures. He asked for notice logs. He asked who taped notices to private sidewalks. She said that's normal. He said it isn't. Phones came out. A teen from Building C whispered, this is wild. 2 moms in yoga pants tried not to laugh. The substitute hearing officer took my binder of receipts from the residence and set it on the table like a brick. Inside, photos of orange papers on sidewalks, timestamps, the April 30th bank confirmation, and a copy of the CC&Rs showing fines must be mailed, not taped, with 7 days to cure. He read my plain law line back out loud. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. The city inspector held up a form missing a page. He asked about the attachment. Karen said it must have fallen out. He said that is not how law works. The police liaison spoke about the April 5th call. False trespass, same runner, same caller. The room hummed. Someone snorted. Karen went red. Authority flipped like a card. The hearing officer found the fining schedule invalid for lack of a member vote and proper notice. All the sidewalk postings were void. Refunds ordered within 30 days. Cease and desist on public shaming practices. Written apology to affected residents. A civil penalty for administrative violations. $500. The inspector issued a correction notice for records and told the management company to retrain staff. The officer said misuse of emergency lines would be reviewed with the city attorney. Karen tried to speak. He told her to wait, then asked how many complaints she personally filed. She stared at her tote. 11, he said. That matched the file. By dusk that day, peace felt like warm bread. The orange glue peeled off the sidewalk and washed down the gutter. An email arrived at 7:18 p.m. from the board. Apology? Refund confirmation? The management company added a calendar for appeals, and a real person picked up the phone at 9:00 p.m. 2 weeks later, at the special meeting, the board voted to remove Karen as president. She resigned, visor off, voice flat. The next Saturday, our cul-de-sac set out folding tables. Somebody grilled. The kid from Building C handed me a package he'd rescued from the rain and said, "Nice work, Judge," then laughed like we were in on the same joke. We ate, we waved. The sidewalks were just sidewalks again. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.